What's going on, YouTube, man? Today is Friday, and just want to talk about something. I'm reading this cool book now. It's called 48 Days to the Work You Love. So far, read the first chapter, discussed it, whatever. Great book, right? But it made me want to pose a question to you guys. Because some of my subscribers out there have jobs and they do jobs, whatever. And don't get me wrong, guys. Jobs are fine if you're doing it. But one requirement that I have if you do have a job is to love what you do. Now, I want to ask you a question. I want you to think for a second. Now, let's not even talk about the job. For those of you who have went to school and graduated, how did you come about picking your major? There's one guy in the book where he said he basically closed his eyes and he just ran his finger down the page, and whatever his finger stopped on the page, that's the major he was going to pick. And the reason why I said it is because I have not found one person yet, even though they may have not known this, I have not found one person yet that wasn't good at least one thing. Like, you can't show me one person, unless they're maybe like physically challenged or mentally challenged or something, that doesn't have one gift. Somebody's good at something. It could be an artist. It could be a singer. It could be speaking. It could be anything. You have one thing that you are master at. And if you put a little bit of work to that and kind of shaped it a little bit, no one could touch you. You know? And my whole thing is that, have you ever called in sick? Not because you were sick, because you hated the work that you do. Are you working just to provide income and food and pleasurable things for yourself, but you hate the people at your job, you hate your work? Based on the first chapter, what my man is talking about is that basically you shouldn't, before you even go to bed, you should rush to go to bed so the next day can come so you can give your all at your job. And see, some of you guys have been saying, like, usually when I hear people talk about a job, it's like, oh, God, I got to go to work tomorrow. Oh, God, I got to do this. Okay, might as well do it, you know. And work is not supposed to be that. Like, for instance, I remember when the Temple basketball coach retired. My man was at the press conference and he was in tears. And one thing he said that stood out was, he said, I like to thank you guys for many, many, many years of me not working. I never felt like I came into a job ever because I love what I did. Now, can you say that in what you're doing? Like, for instance, right now, I'm making YouTube videos. I'm not getting paid for this, but I love talking about finance. I love helping people with finance and myself. So I already figured out that, hey, look, I'm going to pursue a career in finance. But what are you going to do? Are you wasting your years in a profession that you hate doing, but then you come back and something you were very, 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 very good at, you do this as a hobby? How come you can't make that thing that you're very good at, how come you can't turn it into a career? Because guess what? The thing that you're very good at, you will do forever. Like, my wife is totally fashion design, right? She showed me a shirt that she bought at the thrift store, because that's where she shops. And the shirt had like a stain or something in it, whatever, right? So what she does is, she takes rubber bands, and she does some type of thing, and she tie-dyes it, a nice sweater, and it looks like something you buy at the store. And she says, oh, I just did it. I didn't even know she did it. She did it like in a course of minutes. Oh, I just put it whatever. Now she has like these tie-dye things going across the thing. And I'm like, wow, I don't think just your average person just does things like that. They would say, oh, I have a stain in it. Oh, I need to take it back, or I can't wear it, or I need to give it away. But see, her mind works like that. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, there's a sewing machine, like, right there. That's what she does all day. Not all day, but I mean, she makes her things. She makes things. I mean, she has a sewing machine so she can watch television or whatever, you know. That's her calling. You know, I remember before she even got in business, she would just sit down and had this like tackle box that was like full of just like beads and strings and all this other kind of stuff. She would just sit there and just make necklaces. And no, she's not a hippie. You know, that's just what she's always did. You know, same thing with an artist. You know, if they can't find paper to draw on, they're drawing a wall. When you see these guys out there that with this graffiti and they're getting in trouble, whatever, and the cops are busting them, whatever. They just have to channel that energy. They have to channel that gift that they have somewhere. And sometimes it takes them to the illegal side. You know, if they were able to sell things or create paintings or something like that, it could make a pretty good income or whatever, you know. So just think about it, guys. Are you wasting your time in a job you're in right now? Because if you are, here's the deal. This is why you're at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to maybe raises or advances. Because when you don't like something, you're not going to put your all into it. But if you love it, if you're passionate about it, if there's something that just gets your blood just like moving, that's the thing right there where nobody in the room will be able to touch you. So I challenge you to try to find out what is it that thing that you love doing. So when you write back, whatever, write me the thing that you write me and let me know, yes, I am working in the field that I love doing, or no, I am not, but this is what I love doing. You know, because I mean, I think this is good. I mean, I recommend, guys, this is a good book. I mean, like I said, I haven't read the whole thing. It's written by Dan Miller, so I'm kind of eager to crack this open and get into the next chapter or whatever. But yeah, I mean, think about it. You know, your job is your livelihood. It's what you do every day. It's who you are. You know, so I'm gonna stop babbling on right now. So I think you guys get the picture. So until next time, signing off.